Musharraf spoke to me on 18th of January on the News Hour. That was the clip we played. We always said that truth has a strange habit. It just creeps out when you least expect it. General Jaswal, thank you for joining us. Former Army Commander, Northern Command. Maruf Raza, thank you. First question is to Brigadier Javed Hussain, former Pakistan Army Special Forces officer. So, you know this, now it's not about, India exposing Pakistan anymore. Now it's Pakistan exposing Pakistan. It's not about an Indian journalist asking Musharraf. It is about General Shahid Aziz, who I think till 2005 was commander of the 4 Corps in Lahore. He has not just exposed Brigadier Hussain, but completely exposed Musharraf and Pakistan. Is there any defense left on what you did on Kargil? Any defense at all left?
Arnab, if you recall, in my appearance in your show on Captain Kalia's tragedy,
yes,
I had mentioned that the Kargil heights were occupied by the Pakistan Army. I repeated this in your last program on the mines and beheadings and so on. So what General Shahid Aziz has said is the truth.
Yes.
Everyone in Pakistan, particularly in the Pakistan Army, knew that Pakistan Army soldiers were deployed. Now I'd like to give you a few details. There were 7+ infantry battalions on the Kargil heights, deployed across a frontage of 120 kilometers plus, extending to a depth of 11 kilometers. In these 120 kilometers frontage, hundreds of posts had been established. The smallest post was manned by 5 men, the biggest by 20 men. This plan was the brainchild of commander of FCNA, Force Command Northern Areas, which is, it was raised in 1972, and it is known as the Northern Light Infantry. And this FCNA was being commanded at that time by, during the Kargil thing, whose brainchild it was, by Major General Javed Hassan. He was the one who persuaded the Chief of the General Staff, Lieutenant General Aziz, that this is doable. General Aziz got in touch with Commander 10 Corps, based in Rawalpindi, Lieutenant General Mahmood. The 3 of them made a presentation to Parvez Musharraf. And incidentally, I know Parvez Musharraf very well. He was with me in the SSG. He immediately accepted the plan. So this group of 4 people came to be known as the Gang of 4. This plan was confined to these 4 generals only. Even the DGMO, Lieutenant General Taqir Zia, that time I think he was a Major General, was not taken in the loop. He came to know about this much later. The corps commanders were not taken into confidence. the air chief and the naval chief were not taken into confidence. All the planning, the first Pakistani troops to cross the LOC, crossed the LOC in December 1998. They carried on with their reconnaissance and selection of positions for setting up posts. Carried on till April. And the first time that the Indian Army came to know of it was in the first week of May 1999, when the returning Indian troops were fired upon. A patrol was subsequently sent to investigate. That patrol was ambushed. It was then that the Indian Army took nearly 3 to 4 weeks to determine the extent of the frontage held and the depth. They were in a position to build up forces from within Kashmir, from Northern Command, General Jaspal's outfit. And I think, as far as my information goes, they built up about 3 divisions. Now, what was the position on the posts, on the heights? There were no bunkers. There was sangars made of stones. There was no overhead cover. The Indian Army's artillery, I think about over 400 guns. When they came into action, these soldiers sitting in exposed positions were hit, and they started suffering casualties. In the meantime, because of artillery, Indian artillery's effective fire, the logistic supply line broke down. There was no resilience in the logistic supply system established for supporting the troops on the Kargil heights. Despite that, the soldiers kept fighting until their ammunition ran out.
No, that's
The food supplies ran out.
Yeah, so the point is,
They kept fighting
point
without
is,
food.
No, what is the
for
point?
8 days.
The point is this.
The point is-
the point is this.
Why I'm trying to give you all these details is because these details are perhaps not available with you.
Sir, I'm grateful.
What Parvez Musharraf,
I am grateful, but I
I
want
was just
to ask.
watching Parvez Musharraf's denial.
Okay,
He is lying.
of course he's lying.
He's telling you an absolute lie that they were mujahideen.
Of
there
course
were
he's
only
lying.
2
But why did the
elements
rest of the Pakistani
irregulars
state and the Pakistani army also
on the
lie?
Kargil heights.
Why?
Elements
why,
of Bajor
why,
scouts.
why
and
did-
elements of Gilgit scouts.
No, sir, my
All
question.
the others, as I mentioned earlier, there were 5 battalions of Northern Light Infantry and 2 battalions of, one was Sindh Regiment and the other was Azad Kashmir Regiment Battalion.
So why
So
this
these
whole-
are facts known to just about everyone in
No,
the
but-
army.
Yes, of course they are known. But why,
And-
why is there no 1 minute, sir? 1 minute. Now my question is this: what does this prove, Maruf? What Brigadier Javed Hussain is telling us, what General Shahid Aziz has said, and in fact, if I may add right now, that Colonel Ashfaq Hussain, who you may also know, who served in the ISI during the Kargil war, has actually
ISP
said, he has actually said that on
ISPR.
20th March, ISPR, yes, ISPR. So he has said,
Yeah.
he has said that on 28th March, Musharraf took a chopper and crossed 11 kilometers into the Indian side, spent a night at a camp with a certain Colonel Amjad Shabir and returned. After this,
That is correct.
After this, Nawaz Sharif was briefed. And this was, so my question is, Maruf, it's all stumbling out. I always have said it's going to stumble out, it's going to come out, but only 2 weeks back we saw a flurry of denials. No Mujahideen anger, no acceptance of the misadventures that they did. Why is it stumbling out? Why is it all coming out of the cupboards in Islam? Maruf?
Arnab, the first thing is my hats off to Brigadier Javed for his professional integrity and honesty. He has always maintained this line. Now he's come out with great details. Some of these details have been known to us. They've been put together in books also on the Kargil by generals from the Indian side. But what is really more important, that apart from everybody else, Major General Nadeem Khan, in January 2003, the GOC FCNA also confirmed that there were no irregulars, no Mujahideens used in the Kargil conflict. It was a complete regular army operation.
Oh, yes.
If it was a regular army operation, the following questions emerge. That Musharraf continues to claim, and many in Pakistan claimed and trumpeted Kargil as a military victory for Pakistan. What were the military objectives? To cut off Siachen and to defy the sanctity of the LOC. On both counts, Pakistan ended up as losers. So it was not a conflict that they can boast about. But more importantly, the question that emerges is that Musharraf is completely discredited in Pakistan. The Pakistan army and some of these people who have come out with these revelations want to do away with the embarrassing legacy of Musharraf. Musharraf is trying to get back into play. He is humoured by various people in India and Pakistan as an alternative to the political dispensation in Pakistan. But clearly, Musharraf not only is a liar, but is a person who very aggressively argues his case, often on quoting selective facts. Now, if he argues that the Mujahideen were involved, would the Pakistan army then admit that the irregulars, the so-called irregulars, that they are army soldiers? And I want to ask Brigadier Javed this question.
No, I take that to Admiral Javed Iqbal, actually. Yeah.
Sir, yes, sir. But
Go ahead.
I want to ask that if some soldiers were dressed as irregulars, isn't this in contravention to the Geneva Convention's protocols, Article 43 and 44, which do not allow regular soldiers to hide their identity but to distinguish themselves? So it's going against Geneva Protocol. And more importantly, if those people who argue Mujahideen were involved, do they now admit that using Mujahideen has become a doctrinal shift in the Pakistan Army's approach in dealing with India, by using them as a front and claiming it's a freedom war that they are supporting? I mean, these are two important questions nobody in Pakistan has
I
answered.
put that to Admiral Javed Iqbal. I'm coming back to you, Brigadier Javed Hussain, in some time. That question goes to Admiral Javed Iqbal. Sir, you know, I'm not even getting into whether Pakistan Army overestimated itself, whether you overstepped, whether you were not in a position to carry out what you wanted to, etc. But on the question of a state admission, now that all this is out in the public domain, my limited question to you, Admiral Javed Iqbal, is this: should the state of Pakistan not end over a decade of denials and possibly lies on Kargil? Will an honest admission that we tried something adventurous and we messed it up, that we tried to deliver a knockout punch, but we got knocked out instead, not do the Pakistan Army and the government a world of good to regain credibility?
Okay, one thing is very clear, that one thing is very clear, that both India and Pakistan are bad neighbors. They have, only to their credit, distrust, totally they have been deceiving each other. It was started by India. It was started in Kashmir. This was followed in Siachen. The same tactics was followed by India in Siachen.
So my question is on Kargil,
This is a tit-for-tat reply which Musharraf tried to give.
So my question is on Kargil.
It doesn't matter. Everything is fair in love and war.
So my question is on
I don't
Kargil.
think you should teach morality in this.
So no morality.
The question is that if you will continue, exercising such options, then you will get similar reply from this side also.
But this does not work for you. So my question is today.
What is more important?
So my question is today, sir.